Hey guys, I'm going to show you one easy way you can lose 10 to 15 pounds this year by making one small change to your diet, eating this wonderful thing called a spaghetti squash instead of your ordinary spaghetti that you would eat every week. It tastes exactly the same, costs the same, and it's going to, like I said, save you 10 to 15 pounds in 1 year roughly, and we'll show you how. I'm going to show you the easiest way to cut this thing open. In my experience, the best way to go is a pumpkin carver. It's going to cut it open the easiest, the fastest, and the safest, because if you're using a big knife, I've found that sometimes you can possibly damage your fingers. So this is the easiest, best way to go. All you're going to want to do is take the pumpkin carver and just jam it in kind of anywhere along the spaghetti squash, like so. And it should be very easy now to just go along the squash like this until you reach the end, then take it out and go the other way. Hopefully it's showing up okay on the cameras. Like I said, it's only this easy because you're using a pumpkin carver. A regular knife has a very hard time. So I like to cut it around the edges until you reach the top, and then you can just take it with your two hands and you should be able to separate it fairly easily, and it comes apart just like that. Okay, so now we're going to go over cleaning out the center of the spaghetti squash. So really you just got to scoop out the inside, not that hard. Take a knife, cut along the edge if you want to, or just take a spoon and dig everything out. I like to just cut it all loose a little bit. I find that it's easier to dig out with my spoon afterwards. There we go. So now we've got a gutted out spaghetti squash in two halves. Don't worry about the little butt on the end. You don't have to cut it off if you don't want to. It's not going to get in the way. Okay, so now we're going to put it on a pan and we actually cook it in the oven for anywhere from 40 to about 45 minutes. Now that does seem like a bit of a long time, but remember, you're not doing anything while it's cooking. Just throw it in and forget about it. So I'm just going to put some tin foil down, pretty much like you'd cook anything else in the oven. A little bit of cooking spray. And you're going to want to put them on the pan face down. So you want to look kind of like that. And then, like I said, throw it in the oven around 400 degrees and wait about 40 to 45 minutes. The longer you cook it, the more soft the noodles are going to be. If you cook it closer to 35 minutes, you might get more of a crunchy al dente sort of noodle. So like I said, it's real versatile. It's going to mimic spaghetti fantastically and costs about the same, and it's going to save you a lot of calories. And set it to 400 and we're done. Nothing big. We can put her on camera. Yeah. Huh? You want to be famous? Huh? What's that? What's that? Da. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. Want some? What's that? What's that? Huh? Huh? This is the crying child you may have heard in the background. Huh? Da. Okay, so now for the best part of cooking the spaghetti squash, we just get to lie down and relax for, like I said, about 45 minutes until it's done. You can put sauce on or beef or whatever you like to eat with it, but other than that, we're pretty much done. Okay, so I guess we'll start. And this is our finished product. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a fork and you're just going to pull at it to create the spaghetti strings. You might have some seeds that got forgotten about. I do here. I've got two, so just take those out. It shouldn't be any kind of issue. And like I said, you can hold it in a protected hand if you like. It is hot, and then just pull at it like this. and it will create the spaghetti strings. It does take a little more effort than scooping spaghetti out of a bowl, but not by much. So you can see here I've got a plate of spaghetti squash. Tastes and looks very similar to spaghetti, and like I said, it's about the same price. This is less than $1 a serving. And you're probably saving, depending on how big a plate you give yourself, anywhere from 500 to maybe even 1,000 calories. Again, it depends on the serving size. If you're having a small plate, it might be 300 to 500 calories saved. That's the difference from this to a regular spaghetti. So now for our meat sauce. So this is literally just hamburger fried up and spaghetti sauce out of a can. You can home make this stuff if you want, but by no means is that necessary. Just use what you would normally use on spaghetti. Again, this plate with normal pasta, I would guess is probably 500 more calories than using the spaghetti squash. So again, if you're on a 1,500 calorie limit every day, that's a huge, huge difference. It can help you eat other foods to stay full longer, possibly treat yourself if you're the kind of person that wants to have something sweet every day. It's going to give you tons of room in your diet to play around and have a lot more fun. So I highly recommend it. Spaghetti squash, several hundred calories, saved, same price, easy to make, throw it in the oven. Can't recommend it enough. So one more benefit, it's a great way to get your kids to eat their vegetables without telling them they're eating their vegetables. Yummy. Yummy. You like that, huh? Oh, don't be like that now that the camera's on you. Yum. Yum.